That's right, crypto bros, we printed a death cross on the Bitcoin charts. Should we be worried? Should we sell all of our crypto and walk away? Let's discuss in this video what just happened right now on the Bitcoin charts daily time frame, where all of the juices are on the bigger time frame, daily time frame. So yes, we printed a death cross, and for those who don't know what the death cross is, and there's two indicators, death cross and golden cross. So it works alongside with the 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average. The red one represents 200-day moving average, the gray one represents 50-day moving average. And by using a manual, the trading investors manual, like from the book, when the golden cross happens, it perfectly illustrates here, and it shows us that there is a very strong probability right now to see a massive rally, or should we say it flips from the bearish into the bullish market structure. So printing higher lows. Let me just mark down here, golden cross when the 50-day moving average goes above 200-day moving average. And right now what we see in here is that 50-day moving average goes below 200, and when you see this cross, it is a death cross. That means that there is a very strong probability right now for us to see a bigger drawdown. And why I'm saying a probability, because looking on the Bitcoin charts, when we saw sometimes those death crosses, it sometimes happens like a fake out. So should we be worried, or this is another fake out if this is our first leg up for this bull rally? So let's just jump straight into our charts. But first, if this this death cross is gonna play out, sorry for that, death cross, golden cross, it's all in my head right now. So yeah, if this death cross is gonna start playing out, I'm gonna see a lower price on the Bitcoin. We're gonna see that nasty drawdown. So the death cross shows you that this wasn't a bearish trend. Right now we're entering that real bearish trend that shows, oh my god, it is actually even the death cross that sounds death, it sounds scary, you know. So yeah, the golden cross, once again, 50-day moving average goes above and 50-day moving average goes below. It's a death cross below 200-day moving average. But first, let's jump straight into the charts that we discussed yesterday. If the death cross is going to start playing out and we're going to start seeing a lower price of the Bitcoin. So as I told you guys in my previous video, nevertheless, start securing your gains from this first, when we open a buy long position. As I told you guys, there is a strong probability for us to start bouncing back up because we saw that we printed some kind of demand, and I do want to see that the Bitcoin is flipping from a bearish market structure into the bullish. So congratulations for now that Bitcoin is breaking from this falling wedge pattern, which is bullish. And I told you guys that I'm waiting for some kind of retest. I want to see that smooth retest. Of course, those two buy long positions are right now, don't mind and don't take a look at it, because I'm trying to project at what places approximately I could enter a buy long position once again. Sorry for that. And of course, why I do believe that this, let's just say, death cross could be some kind of fake out, because let me tell you one thing, I have no freaking idea how low Ethereum could go, because Ethereum right now went back home. 2018 all-time high territories, 1.4, 1.5k. I have no idea where this MF could go, how the Bitcoin is gonna drag his price even lower, because I don't like on Ethereum those sharp movements to the downside. I don't like those falling wedge, let's just see, not falling wedge, falling knife patterns. Well, I like it because every single time when you see a falling knife pattern that's straight to the downside, straight drawdown, every single time there's a very strong probability to start bouncing back up. And we did. We bounced back up from 1.3k, yeah, approximately 1.4k. It was like what, 1300, $1,397 approximately on Ethereum charts weekly time frame. So yeah, we're bounced back up, but this supply shock indicates that there is still a lot of resistance in front of us, and Ethereum has a lot of work to do to start bouncing back up and start retesting at least $2,000, that psychological round number. So I have no idea. There's nothing inside my head. There's no technical analysis right now on Ethereum. Only I'm looking on the weekly time frame and all of those juices, because if I see the price is dropping like dramatically, I'm trying to predict only where we can bounce back up. So I'm always looking on the juiciest weekly time frame. So don't mind that, don't take a look on Ethereum. I do understand that you guys don't believe and don't like Ethereum, as I invested a lot in Ethereum. I do believe that Ethereum will show his full potential in the near future. But right now, nevertheless, guys, secure gains. If this is gonna be some kind of fake out, so can you imagine if you took a buy long position? And why I'm saying that you should secure gains, because like, first of all, I do understand that you're playing with insane leverage. That's first. Second of all, it's better to walk away with some gains than none of those gains. So secure gains, move your stop losses, at least to break even or whatever, or move here, because if we're gonna see some kind of fake out and movement to the downside, and this is not gonna be a breakout, it's gonna be a fake out, and we're gonna see the prices dropping dramatically to the downside. I'm gonna start retesting 75, 74, 73, even $70,000. Yes, you're gonna get stopped out, but this is just for my whale room. For those who open a buy long position on Bitcoin, doesn't matter. But still, the $91,000, I'm still keeping my eyes on this golden zone. $91,000. But nevertheless, fellas, $90,000, yes, this is my target point. It was actually, but right now there is a higher probability to see a 73, or at least, let's just see, even the lower price, because this is our first resistance that we have during the summer and during like what, spring, whatever. And we pierced through those ceiling, through that ceiling, we pierced and we went all the way to the upside. And this is the support. Yes, we approximately here, we not quite retested. So that death cross that we see, it right now, it has a power to send the price to retest $72,000 to retest that this resistance that we had is right now our support. So this is the bearish scenario that I'm keeping my eyes on. And of course, if this falling wedge pattern right now is going to be invalidated, I do believe that we have more touch points alongside with the 50-day moving average. We have more touch points on this descending trend that we have to keep our eyes on every single time we touching this descending trend. Look, 1, 2, 3, the more touches we have, the more confirmation we have. And right now, maybe after rejection, we can start, I don't know, so secure gains, because there's a strong probability for us to start retesting those, I don't know, the lower price of the Bitcoin. And yeah, nevertheless, fellas, I do believe that there is also one bullish scenario in my head. We print, all right, lower low, and we bounce back up so strong that we have a tons of support here. So if we're gonna start bouncing back up from here after retesting, what we forming? Inverse head and shoulders pattern. This is just my educational guess. I'm always trying to project what the pattern could be formed in the near future. So yeah, alongside with this neckline, a breakout, maybe some kind of stuff, blah blah blah, some kind of this uncertainty on the charts, boom, pierce through that neckline, rally to the upside. So this is only a bullish scenario that I'm trying to project, but yeah, the death cross illustrates us that, yeah, it's not nice. It's death cross. Even that word death cross, it sounds terrible. So let's just take a look in the past. All right, death cross we've seen right now, and the question is this some kind of fake out or not, despite the fact that there's a lot of uncertainty in the market? But of course, it is a good thing or it is a bad thing. I don't know right now, because the Trump is going to war with China, that trade war, but he paused those tariffs for 90 days. But so I don't know, maybe the market is going to start shifting somehow. I have no idea. So there's a lot of uncertainty. I have no idea where the bottom is. So, and for those who are saying that they know where the bottom is, they're lying to you. No one knows that. Only combining fundamental analysis and technical analysis, we can start, let's just see, projecting and start to, I don't know, based on the supply and demand, to see where is our potential, goddamn it, potential support would be, and this could be our bottom. So yeah, the bottom we'll see, but right now the lowest number that I see is approximately $70,000, and it was at first. There was $70,000 was always in my head, because yeah, I mean, I analyze it, and the demand approximately this impulsive movement, this, of course, this is the daily time frame. So to analyze those gaps on the daily time frame, maybe it's a little bit lazy. I mean, not lazy, sorry for that, maybe it's stupid, but maybe this is a gap that we need to fill up somewhere in between. So because this is like a lot of demand here, a lot of buying pressure, and we can start flipping from here. from a bearish into the bullish. So yeah, once again, cut to the chase. Let's just take a look what just happened in the past. We saw a death cross as well here, but it seems it is a fake out. But of course, the market was in the boring market phase, and yeah, the charts was like consolidating during the spring and summer. And when everything is like steady and going in one direction, it's like a flat. Of course, on the daily time frame, I'm not talking about the lower time frames. It was a nice because we could trade on those ascending and descending trends. It was perfect actually during the summer, but this one shows that after a death cross, we flipped still into the bullish market structure, retested, golden cross. Let's just take a look on the past. Once again, death cross, golden cross. So it was some kind of fake out. Of course, this death cross, what it represents us. I mean, I want to talk about this, but I want to talk about this one after the second leg on the previous bull rally. Yes, death cross, head and shoulders patterns, death cross indicates that we're going straight into the bear markets, straight into the bear market, despite the fact that the market was in an extremely overbought territories and everybody was greedy and everybody got wrecked for those who were greedy. All right, but this is just a different story. So yeah, the death cross straight into the bear market. But if we believe that this is our first leg up, and we saw in the past, this was our first leg. So after the death cross, what do we see? That all of the big players, all of the real diamond hands, all of the crypto OGs are starting to accumulate big. They're loading big during those, I don't know, death crosses. So I do believe that we can experience the same situation right now if we're going to see the death crosses playing out, that the price is going even lower, even low below the 50-day moving average that's already cross with the 200 EMA. So I do believe that, yeah, big players are going to start loading big, and a lot of retail traders and there's going to be a lot of FUD in the market, and a lot of people are going to start tweeting, oh my god, death cross, oh my god, death cross. All the retail traders are going to see even that word death cross. Can you imagine that, how it sounds? Death cross. So after the death cross, everybody's going to start screaming, everybody gonna start, I don't know, selling everything, and people, the true diamond hands, are going to start, I don't know, loading big. But the only thing that makes me worry, and I don't feel confident, just how low Ethereum could go. My favorite coin, Ethereum, since 2016-17, how low this little bad boy could go. So, and despite the fact that a lot of altcoins are sitting at their lowest points, a lot of those altcoins, even Ethereum is sitting at their lowest points. I'm not talking about Sui, Solana, XRP. I'm not talking about those top coins that, I don't know, Solana, you're trading meme coins. Sui, it's a new thing. For example, XRP defeated, SEC, dropped the case, they won the lawsuit and everything. So those are different stories. But majority of those altcoins are still sitting at their lowest points, you know? So I don't know where this could go, how bad it could go on all of those altcoins if we're gonna start dropping dramatically. Of course, it looks good, it looks healthy. If the Bitcoin is gonna start dropping, yeah, more confirmation, the bigger pattern, and we're squeezing in some kind of descending trend. After we're gonna start breaking to the upside, insane rally to the upside. So these are my thoughts. That, yeah, we're gonna start forming something and we're gonna see that breakout and rally to the upside, whatever. But it looks healthy, but it looks scary by looking at all of those altcoins. So this is my market update, quick overview. I have no idea where the bottom is. No one knows that. We can only speculate, and based on this indicator, even look at this candle. Look at this wick. We have a lot of supply here. But of course, we're still trying to print. We're still trying to navigate in the market. We're still trying to open our buy long positions. What if there's going to be some kind of situation when we're going to start flipping from a bearish into the bullish market structure? That's what we're trying to do. That's what we try to open the buy long position on the Bitcoin, which is normal. We're trying to see if the market sentiment is going to flip. Everything is going to start flipping from a bearish into the bullish. That's what we're trying to chase. Of course, never go against the trend, but this is just like for the forex people, but in the crypto, everything could change dramatically in days, in weeks. So always keep an eye on it. When there's a bullish scenario, there is always a bearish scenario. You have to take a look at all the possible scenarios. So this is one of those, and the death cross indicates us that yes, there's a probability right now for us to go even lower. So the $70,000 is still on the table. I'm still gonna keep my eyes on this number. I'm just gonna see the correlation between $70,000 and what is going on with Ethereum to load up Ethereum. I know it sounds crazy, but this is just me, and that is pretty much it. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Peace out.